Duncan, No Vision Duncan. And first thing I want to say is rest in peace to all the beautiful souls that we lost in the Uvalde, Texas elementary school shooting. It's been heavy on my mind, heavy on my heart, especially with school getting out this week, especially with me having kids of my own and Prince Duncan and J-Bay. But definitely don't let this just go past us like the other shootings. And we will not forget. We will never forget all the lives that were lost that day. And speaking of Prince Duncan and J-Bay, congrats to Prince Duncan graduating pre-K. He's going to be jumping to another brand in kindergarten. And then shout out to J-Bay, who's taken a couple of steps. And she just turned 10 months. Happy 10 months to her. And hopefully she'll be able to walk down that WWE ramp one day. And then happy Memorial Day weekend to everybody. Hopefully everybody has a fun weekend. Happy Memorial Day as I record this. But with all that being said, we're here with WWE 2K22 Realistic Universe Mode SmackDown Episode 5. Let's hop into the action. Kicking off the show, we got Sonya Deville taking on the number one contender, the new number one contender, Bianca Belair, who defeated Shayna Baszler in the number one contender match for Asuka's SmackDown Women's Championship last week. We got MVP and Keith Lee. The rivalry still going strong. Keith Lee has yet to beat MVP in a one-on-one match. He did win a tag match, though, last week against MVP, but can he get the one-on-one dub against Montel Vontavious Porter? And then we got Shelton Benjamin Murphy. We haven't seen these two yet. They were involved in a one-on-one match at a live event. So now they'll get a chance to showcase their talents in this match on SmackDown. And then you got Mansoor, another person that we haven't seen yet. I'm trying to get new faces, involved, this roster. But Mansoor taking on the Intercontinental Champion Damian Priest in a one-on-one matchup. Damian Priest is the fighting champion. But if Mansoor can defeat Damian Priest, maybe he'll get in that IC title picture. And then the main event, we have a big six-man tag team match. So we have Dominic Mysterio coming over from NXT, replacing his father, because Rey Mysterio is currently still suffering that minor injury from the pay-per-view at Money in the Bank. He should be expected back for the NXT In Your House pay-per-view for his rematch against Dexter Lumis, but his son is going to take over for him tonight. Dominic Mysterio teaming up with AJ Styles, who lost to Dexter Lumis last week in a one-on-one match. Remember, AJ is still owed his one-on-one match title opportunity because, it was interrupted by Dexter Lumis. And then we got Cesaro, who's the NXT UK champion, but on SmackDown, teaming up against Dexter Lumis, the NXT Universal Champion. Sheamus, who got a victory over Cesaro last week, so now he's in the UK title picture, as it will be now a triple threat match with Cesaro and his partner tonight, Gunther Walter, in a triple threat match for the UK Championship. But that's the card. Let's go ahead and start the show.
We are ready tonight to kick things off with yet another edition of SmackDown Live. The arena's sold out, tensions at an all-time high, and all roads lead to the pay-per-view.
Why waste time? Let's get it started now.
All right, so the first match, we got Sonya Deville taking on Bianca Belair in a one-on-one match. Let's see who can win this match. If Sonya can get a victory over the EST, maybe she'll get involved in the smack. Ooh, Sonya does get a win over Bianca. So maybe Sonya is next in line after Bianca has her match with Asuka for the SmackDown Women's title. And then we have MVP going up against Keith Lee. MVP undefeated against Keith Lee in one-on-one matches. Kind of a double turn, too. I mentioned this a couple of weeks ago. MVP now being the face. Bearcat Keith Lee now being the heel, frustrated with his losses to MVP. Let's see if he can get a win in a one-on-one match, though, and he finally does beat MVP in a one-on-one match. I love that rivalry. Then we got Shelton Benjamin against Murphy. We're actually going to hop in and check these two out as this should be a good wrestling match. Shelton Benjamin, former tag team champion, former intercontinental champion. Hurt Business, world's greatest tag team member.
Level athlete, period.
Some great spots in Money in the Bank ladder matches.
He's scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Orangeburg, South Carolina. Weighing in at 248 pounds. Shelton Benjamin.
Shelton Benjamin, once upon a time, held the United States Championship for 240 days.
Also a former U.S. champion, like Corey just said. Shelton Benjamin, very decorated. Now, away from the Hurt Business, back as a singles competitor on SmackDown.
Well, the disciple has arrived. One of the most dynamic.
Former disciple, Michael, now former disciple of Seth Rollins, the Monday Night Messiah.
And his opponent from Melbourne, Australia, weighing in at 213 pounds, Murphy.
Also known as Buddy Murphy.
He found success winning the NXT Tag Team Championship and Cruiserweight titles, but in the years since, lost direction until the Messiah. Made a huge difference in Murphy's career as the Messiah.
Also former boyfriend of, was it Alexa Bliss? I think she was dating Murphy, not Wesley Blake. Also, I think it was Alexa Bliss. I think it was Alexa Bliss and Murphy. Also, Rey Mysterio's daughter, Aaliyah, in that storyline. But Murphy.
Murphy is a completely changed man.
Trying to get a win here on SmackDown. Also a great rivalry, too, with Aleister Black before they both left. But he's here in WWE 2K22. Shelton Benjamin against Murphy.
And if ever a nickname was earned, it's Shelton.
This should be a good matchup.
To the superstars you're ever going to meet. Grappling, strikes, he can do it all. The guy's a legit 5'2" player. Truly one of the toughest measuring sticks there is today in WWE. Then there's Murphy across the ring, searching for recognition. A superstar who's trying to step out of the shadows and make a name for himself. Murphy may be overshadowed at times, but make no mistake about it. Murphy's a wildly talented competitor with a chip on his shoulder and fire in his eyes. Murphy's attack gets reversed. Shelton Benjamin counters. Sent crashing to the floor. And countouts are legal, so hopefully this will be a short trip outside. No, that'll break his arm. Vicious. Murphy has been considered an underdog time and time again. Corey, working with that mindset has got to weigh on a competitor like Murphy.
Murphy has definitely developed a chip on his shoulder, but when he puts his mind to his work and focuses on the task at hand, Murphy's second to none.
Counters, this could be an opportunity.
And these two, they've been going back and forth the whole match.
Oh my gosh! Oh, stomping away.
Because these two need to get back in the ring, because we don't want to see a draw between these two. Can't remember who won the first match between them at the live event. Might have been Murphy. And now Shelton going to the top rope. Elbow drop on Murphy right to his heart.
And Murphy won't be getting the recognition he seeks if he allows more offense like that.
Yeah, Benjamin just tore him down with that 5-tool offense.
Nice combo from Murphy.
Combination. And with moves like that, Murphy's earning everyone's recognition. Murphy letting out all that fire in one swift motion. Oh, he's got him down. Is this
Now Murphy going for the pin.
We'll see if this is the start of a rally.
Scoreboard pitting combination.
Oh, maybe not.
Thought Murphy was going for a roll up there, but he powers down Shelton Benjamin straight down to the mat as he lifts him up now.
But he's got it hooked up.
And he might be setting him up. Nice little inverted, looking like an angle slam there. And I thought that might have been it, but Shelton able to kick out at 2.5.
Some serious endurance, I'll give you that. That was not the outcome Murphy was expecting. You can see the look of surprise printed on his face. And Shelton only finds himself on the defensive.
There's that focus from Murphy putting in the work. The time is now for Shelton to shift the tides.
Murphy gets stifled. Strong punch to the midsection. Placed into the corner. What a collision.
And that exemplifies why Shelton...
And now Shelton going for the pin on Murphy. And Murphy is able to kick out at the count of 2.
He's stalking his opponent from the top turnbuckle. Oh my God. Just mounted with punches and not, a nasty stop to finish it off. Oh, right to the kidneys. He's struggling a bit here.
At this stage of the match, they are clearly starting to feel the effects of this back and forth.
Benjamin answers back.
And now Shelton out of nowhere, that could be it. 1, 2, 3. Shelton Benjamin out of nowhere, bloodied and all, getting a win, impressive win over Murphy.
This superstar picks up a huge victory here tonight. Much deserved, Michael.
Yeah, but I don't think his opponent is happy about losing here.
And I don't know why this damn cutscene is so common. I've seen this like 3 or 4 times already. But Shelton Benjamin able to get a win over Murphy, and I wouldn't mind this rivalry. I would not mind this rivalry. I think it would go back and forth, but definitely would like to see those two lock up again. And then in the next match we're going to hop into, it is going to be Mansoor against the IC champion, Damian Priest. If Mansoor can get a win over the IC champion, maybe he puts himself in contention for the Intercontinental title.
The Archer of Infamy ready to shoot fire. Time for battle, time for reckoning.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall.
Oh my God.
Making his way to the ring.
Oh no, it's John Morris and Johnny Drip Drip putting down the steel chair, going after Damian Priest. Still upset that he lost in the Money in the Bank qualifying match. Kicking Damian Priest right in the nuts. Damian Priest drops the title and these two are going at it. Morrison with a Hurricanrana to the outside.
Corey, if you could pinpoint one area in John Morrison's in-ring game that you think is taken for granted, it can help him here tonight, what would that be?
Without a doubt, Cole, Morrison's ability to adapt, to think fast. The Prince of Parkour is about as smart in the ring as he is innovative.
Damian Priest set to face Mansoor one-on-one, but it doesn't look like we're going to be able to get that matchup thanks to John Morrison.
Words off that offense from Priest.
And this is just a straight-up brawl on the outside. Morrison unlocking the Damian and Priest.
Got him where he wants him. Up and
Falcon Arrow suplex.
And Damien gets the better of John Morrison as he talks a little shit to him. But man, that's unfortunate. We weren't able to get Mansoor and Damian Priest one-on-one. Maybe we try again next week. But Damian Priest able to fight off John Morrison as their little rivalry continues to grow. And then in the main event, we have a big six-man tag team match: Cesaro, AJ Styles, and Dominic Mysterio against Dexter Lumis, Sheamus, and Walter. Most of these guys will be involved in the NXT In Your House pay-per-view match. I think everybody aside of AJ Styles. But tonight we got a couple of NXT people in SmackDown's house, the house that AJ Styles built. So let's see who wins this six-man tag team match, and we'll get momentum going into the pay-per-view. And Dexter Lumis, Dexter 2 belts. Crazy Dex. Universe mode God right now. Dexter Lumis has not lost. I don't think he's lost a match since I started this. But Dexter Lumis, Sheamus getting another victory over Cesaro, and Walter getting a win. So Dexter 2 belts, man. I might have to dethrone him myself. But let's go ahead to... Oh, and I forgot to show you guys the power rankings. Should have did this at the beginning. But Drew McIntyre, who got a victory over Elias last week in a very competitive match, probably match of the week, could be match of the year for the Realistic Universe mode. But Drew McIntyre, ranked number 1 right now, could be next in line for that Universal title. Bianca Belair, as we saw last week, became number 1 contender, even though she took an L to Sonya Deville. Tonight, she is ranked number 2. Sheamus, number 3, getting a win over Cesaro last week and a win tonight. John Morrison, number 4. And then AJ Styles, number 5. So that is the, John Morrison got a win last week in the tag team match, and he saw the interference tonight, even though Damien got the better of him. But that is the top 5 for the power rankings. And let's go ahead to the next show, which is Saturday night's main event. They have Alexa versus Nikki ASH. Gonna have to change that. Damien versus Ricochet. Don't hate that. And then you got Big E versus Apollo Crews. Now they keep putting Big E in matches. I like Ricochet, so I'm fine with Nikki ASH. But instead of Alexa Bliss, who's on Raw, we can do Sonya Deville, who just got a victory over Bianca, against Nikki ASH, who had a great showing against Asuka a couple of weeks ago. So I'm fine with that match. And then the next match, I'm cool with Ricochet, also SmackDown, but not against Damian Priest. We'll have Ricochet go up against somebody from SmackDown. Maybe it can be, hell, Sheamus maybe? No, Sheamus got the pay-per-view coming up. You don't want to put him in the Saturday night's main event match before the pay-per-view. Maybe Dolph Ziggler or Rude. You know what? Let's do one half of Los Lotharios. Actually, no, we can do that as a tag team match. I did have somebody in the comments mention that I should use Angel Garza and Humberto a little bit more, as they were involved in the Money in the Bank pay-per-view match, tag team match for the tag titles. But let's do need a one-on-one guy. Let's do, I'm having a hard time finding somebody for Ricochet. Could do Shelton again. Shelton versus Murphy. You know what? Let's do that again. Let's do Shelton They fought at a live event. They fought on SmackDown. Hell, let's have them fight on main event. Shelton versus, it's not Buddy Murphy anymore. It's just straight up Murphy. And then in the main event, Saturday night's main event, I'm cool with Apollo Crews because we haven't seen him yet on Raw. And he can take on haven't seen Jinder yet. Maybe like a Jeff Hardy. Seeing Strowman one-on-one against Miz. I wish in this screen, when you set up the matches, there was a way you could just have the roster for that show, like Raw, SmackDown. But it doesn't, so I have to go through all the damn names. Samoa Joe. Could do R-Truth. You know what? I'm thinking let's do maybe Jeff Hardy. Yeah, I'm thinking Jeff Hardy. Or we could do, yeah, let's do Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy against Apollo Crews. And then we'll go ahead and simulate the show as Nikki ASH gets a victory over Sonya Deville. Shelton Benjamin, once again, 2 times in a row, defeats Murphy. And then Jeff Hardy beats Apollo Crews. But that'll wrap it up for episode 5 of Friday Night SmackDown in this Realistic Universe mode. Until the next episode, I'm out of here. I'm gone. Peace out. Dunk Squad.